Hello Amethyst, I hope you had a lovely week and a lovely weekend. This is your week 3 recap of all the fantastic work that you've been up to. So sit back, relax and enjoy looking at your own work and all your friends' work. First of all, what have I been up to this past week? Well, it's lots of my friends' birthdays coming up, so I've been making homemade cards and then popping them in the post because letters are a really nice way of keeping in contact during the lockdown. We've also been making homemade pizza and topping it with lots of nice veggie toppings such as spinach, spring onions, other kind of onions, peppers and sun-dried tomatoes. We then cycled 20 miles up the coast to this ice cream place that sponsors my mum's hockey team, and it was very funny because we had to buy 4 tubs because we only had £20, and it meant we had to cycle home super fast so it didn't all melt in our bags. And we've also spent the rest of the week decorating my sister's room because she decided she wanted to paint it a different colour. But it's been quite fun being able to put on our painting clothes and get painted. In English, you had done a fantastic job with your dragons. I was terrified. Look, here's me shying away from those really scary dragons, and the only reason I knew they were scary because you added some fantastic adjectives to your pictures. I really liked Miller's dragon because she's drawn fire coming out of his mouth. I liked Alice's dragon because she's drawn lots of adjectives around the outside, so I've written lots of adjectives around the outside and used commas between burnt, red, grippy. Over here you can see. I really enjoyed Harry's because he also drew some fire coming out and labelled it fiery hot. Isaac drew a fantastic dragon as well and did lots of great labelling. I was definitely terrified of his. Clara's done a fantastic one too. She says that her dragon breathes chocolate fire, which I think is quite cool. And I'd quite like chocolate being breathed all over me, I think, because I love chocolate. And finally, Inigo's is also brilliant with his fantastic labelling of his pointy nose and his scaly skin. So well done all of you for your fantastic dragons. Nia did a brilliant dragon, and what was super cool about Nia's drawing is that her mum sent me a video of her drawing the whole dragon. So it was really cool seeing how Nia did it, and then seeing the final product with her dressed up as a princess. And I found this picture, and I thought it looked exactly like Nia with her dragon here. So Nia, picture made me think of you. You look fantastic in your princess outfit with your dragon. Adele wrote me a brilliant story and sent me a video of her reading it, and I really enjoyed listening to the story that she'd been writing, and I loved seeing the illustrations she'd done too. Her story was all about a queen that went to see her castle in the country, and she had her dog with her. So you can see me down here listening to your story. So please do send in any stories that you've been working on at home. I had a few more stories sent in to me. Alice did some brilliant writing about her dragon, and I can see she tried really hard to get her cursive writing looking brilliantly neat while she's been working at home. Clara did a brilliant story about Tinkerbell from Peter Pan. Love Tinkerbell. And Miller's done a really good story about saving the animals. She's been talking about how we need to save all the animals, not just the cute ones. And her letter was particularly topical because recently there's been a pod of killer whales just spotted off the coast of where Miss Kilner lives in the North Sea, which is really exciting. And if you go to BBC News, you can see the video of the killer whales too. I would like to give you some fantastic in literacy. I'm going to select multiple at once. So I'd like to give some points to Miller for her fantastic work, to Alice for her fantastic work, to Harry, to Isaac, to Clara, to Inigo, to Adele, and also to Nia. Fantastic. You all deserve 5 brilliant points. Well done. I would like to give you some fantastic... In maths, you also submitted some brilliant work. So well done on all the fantastic work you've done at home to do with your number bonds to 20. I know that can be quite hard, but the more you practice, the easier everything else in maths will become. So Sia did a fantastic job with her number bonds and with her bar models, and also at doing her challenge. And as you can see, the one that was set out for you made a 20 if you'd done it correctly. And Sia's been really clever, and she's made hers make a 10, which I thought was really, really cool. Miller did a really good job at finding her 20 as well in her challenge, and she had a go at making her own puzzle as well. Clara has been up at 6 a.m. doing her maths every morning. Well done, Clara. Keep practicing. I can see that your practicing is paying off because you made a really good attempt at answering all of these brilliantly. Sebastian, the same can be said for you. You've really got the hang of the bar model, so well done and keep practicing that at home. Now, Alice was so super confident with her maths, as you can see here, she'd done a really good job using her part whole model, that she decided to set some homework for her mum. And her mum's done a really good job at getting them all right, because Alice has gone back and marked all of them too. So I thought this was really impressive. And Alice's mum, I want to give you an A star for your fantastic work. And it shows, Alice, you must have done a really good job at teaching her. So well done. Give some dojo points for your brilliant maths this week. I would like to give some dojo points to Sia, to Miller, to Clara, who's been doing her 6 a.m. maths every day, to Sebastian, to Alice, and to Eddie. Well done for doing your fantastic maths. Remember, if you've been doing your maths at home, please submit some work for me so that I can also give you some dojo points for doing brilliant work. Give some dojo points for your brilliant maths this week. I would like Miss Japella sent me some examples of your muy bien español work that you've been doing at home. You've been colouring in different numbers, different colours, and hopefully you've been getting them right if you know your Spanish colours. If you've been listening to the chameleon song at home, I hope you've been moving around the house just like a chameleon and showing your parents how good you are at saying your colours in Spanish. Well done for this brilliant work. As you all know, last Thursday was our National Midwifery Day, and you all did a really, really pleasing job of colouring in your pictures. Sia didn't just colour hers in, she also traced hers out on a new piece of paper. Sia's really got into her tracing during lockdown, which is a pretty cool skill to be practising. Blake did a really good job at colouring in his picture, and he's also written lots of NHS signs all around and said a big thank you. Chloe's done a great job too, colouring in her rainbow, which is looking really neat, and Miller did a brilliant picture, and she said that she really appreciates everything that the midwives do. You all sent in some lovely pictures, and I was really impressed at the colouring in that you've done. We really are showing a good appreciation for all our heroes that are helping us during this hard time. And finally, my favourite part is when I get pictures of all the exciting things that you've been doing during lockdown. It was super cool to see Sebastian's been out in the garden studying all the different mini beasts he can find. Not only has he been looking at them and learning about them, but he's also begun making his own non-fiction book all about the different bugs that he finds, full of fascinating facts, as you can see down here. I'm really excited to see the next chapter of your book, Sebastian, so keep up studying those mini beasts in the garden. Inigo's been getting out and getting active with his sister, climbing lots of trees, which is really cool to see, and he's been chilling in his teepee, and I think doing a bit of reading inside there too in his little reading corner. I love seeing what you've been up to because it makes me do a little happy dance around the house, knowing that you all having as much fun as you can do during these hard times. Hopefully we'll be seeing each other soon, Amethyst, but until then, keep up the hard work you've been doing at home. Please submit the work so I can include it in the PowerPoint for next week. And remember, wash your hands, be safe, and be kind. Thanks, Amethyst. I hope you've enjoyed the PowerPoint. I'd like to give some dojo points to Sia, to Miller, to Clara, who's been doing her 6 a.m. maths every day, to Sebastian, to Alice, and to Eddie. Well done for doing your fantastic maths. Remember, if you've been doing your maths at home, please submit some work for me so that I can also give you some dojo points for doing brilliant work. In literacy, I would like to give, I'm going to select multiple at once, so I'd like to give some points to Miller for her fantastic work, to Alice for her fantastic work, to Harry, to Isaac, to Clara, to Inigo, to Adele, and also to Nia. Fantastic, you all deserve 5 brilliant points. Well done.